Um, well, I think I don't know if I always set aside a time to reflect on my learning, but I think I naturally did it at the end of the day. I think I've always been quite a reflective person anyway. So I would be like, if I was driving home, I would think, what did I learn today? Why didn't I understand that? Some people seem to get it. I didn't really get it. Could I read something that would help me? Could
Yeah.
I watch a YouTube video? I watched YouTube videos sometimes to get things re-explained to me if I thought, I didn't understand. Also having conversations with other people. I think if you see your learning as, I don't know, just reading a book and trying to come to an answer, I found like that never really helped me. I think I needed to learn to talk to other people, and that's where my learning really happened, when I started to think how other people thought about what they'd learned. And I realized that was quite important in learning my, learning style. Like I think beforehand I would think it was just down to me, but that's what, through reflection, I found out that it was the discussions I had with other people that really pushed my learning on. And if you don't ever reflect on how you learn, you'll never come to those new realizations that there's a better technique for you, So that's why I think it's quite nice.
On that note, you might reflect and go, oh, do you know what, I'm really learning so much if I do it this way. And you would be learning, like printing off all your PowerPoint slides or doing things a certain way, and then it might change and that learning style might not work for you anymore. And then for you just to reflect on it and say, right, well, that's not really working, what else can I do? Like Trudy says, one of the most powerful things is discussion. And even though you think it's just a chat with your friend or a chat with your tutor, or even someone that's like experienced who's in a profession, or even like your partner, and just saying, this is what happened today, and getting some feedback from them and then working on it, just talking with people, like I think that's honestly so underestimated in the profession as well. I feel like we learn so much in teaching and all through our course, and just talking to people and getting that communication. On that note as well, I know that this year is going to be really difficult for the students to be doing that, because they won't have that general chit chat. So even like creating like a group chat where there's no tutors, and you can just have a little WhatsApp chat where you can just put things in. You don't need to be embarrassed or ashamed about silly questions. You can just go for it, and having that kind of chit chat is definitely going to be worth it in the long run.
Because I know when we first started college, like I don't know about your college group, but like mine tended, sometimes they were quite quiet to begin with, like weren't really keen to get the swing.
Ours were not.
But when they got into the swing of it, like it really helped. And I remember like the conversations I've had with my tutors more than I remember any reading I've particularly done. I mean, I can remember snippets, but it's really those conversations that I had with people, where I think I learned the most. But if I hadn't, I think if you don't reflect on that, I wouldn't have known that that was, where I did most of my learning. And you've got to be open to different styles of learning, because, they encourage that at university as well. There's lots of interactions. There's in lectures, I think people think that you'll just go to a lecture and you'll sit quietly and listen. It's far more interactive now. They ask you questions, they do like Kahoot, they do you have your mobile phone out often to ping in answers and things like that. So I think you need to be comfortable with different styles of learning.
Also, sorry as well about you go into your classes or your lecture, whatever you're going to learn, there's only so much preparation you can do for the actual learning input. The real learning, I believe, is when you leave the class and when you reflect on it and say, right, what did I pick up there? what's going to stick with me. So reflection is also like what you do with your notes after lectures, what you do with what you've learned in class, and being able to apply that is the most important thing, and how you're going to actually bring that to life and take that forward for the next part of your educational journey.